Well, let's move over to what our activity is right now. And so as you notice, I'm now putting onto my keyboard here, just so that it shows a better layout, each of the cards that we're going to make. And this year, because I'm such a serious person, I depend on my students to make me laugh all the time. Isn't that sad? But I'm such a I'm so studious, and this goes way back to even when I was in kindergarten, but I decided to sort of lighten things up here. Alright, so that's how come I decided to make these cards. Alright, and these are just fun little cards here. And by the way, you notice I've used some stickers up here. You can either buy these stickers from the Jenny Bolin site, or you're more than welcome to make them yourself. And I've got the free instructions on how to make stickers in your classroom right on my website. So you're more than welcome to go and download that. That is under the Teacher Workshops button on the left-hand side, because that's where I first introduced how to make stickers, was in the annual workshop retreat. So what better than to use a library, and an ancient one at that, to show students how long the concept has been around, and indeed are your stationery that you can use to send home to introduce this process to your parents. I've put a photo from my personal photo gallery of the ancient library in Ephesus, Turkey. Boy, that was a great shot to get, and that was a lot of fun. So it doesn't really matter what subject that you're teaching, because the national standards are basically the same across all content curriculum. For example, in English, it is Standard 8. Use a variety of technological and informational resources to gather and synthesize information and to recreate commonalities in knowledge. In social studies, both standards F and H under the themes 9 and 10 provide opportunities for learners to, in quotes, analyze and evaluate, and also to, in quotes, facilitate learner efforts to locate, access, analyze, organize, synthesize, evaluate, and apply information. Wow, that's a mouthful, isn't it? And in science, the National Science Standards address, in quotes, an appreciation for how we know what we know, under the unifying concepts and processes. And the National Reading Standards focus on aspects of reading and reader responses in the context of reading, so that students develop interpretation and they're able to make personal connections between the textbook or the text that they are reading, as well as what they're doing in the classroom. So let's get straight to the activity for teacher leaders. So here are the index cards that I've been showing you. And everyone knows that I have this habit of making a creative visual out of everything. But you do what works for you. Okay? And I've already told you how serious I am, so don't be put off by that. I'm very friendly, and we're making these cards very fun. And playful, by the way. And again, I've told you about the banner stickers. These are from Jenny Bolin, so I want to give her credit for them. And you can get those from her site if you want. Very inexpensive. Also, the typewriter words, where you see I've spelled out stage here. These are also from Jenny Bolin's school collection. And you can get them from her site, or we can have the kids make them. And I've suggested to you in the downloadable that you ask the kids to make this on elementary paper. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write on my index cards the stage numbers. Okay, there's my stage numbers here. Here's 3. Here's 4, and let me just move this around here. And then here's 5, stage 5. The next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to now put on my index card what each of these stages are. And so I simply copy them straight off of the handout that you already have. And the reason for that is because, you know what, I got to have this by my side while I go through the process in class with my students. So, I will see you in video 3 for how to use the questioning process in your classroom and how to get academic scrapbooking photos. And this is Heidi Willard, signing off.